wake up. It's Monday morning. What, you've been here all weekend?
Yeah.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Good morning everyone and happy Monday. Today is a bittersweet day because it's the last day that I'm going to be in charge of the channel and the whole convent. But as they say, all good things must come to an end. So today, Simon and Yanis are cracking on with that stud wall, making great progress in fact, and I'm going to try and pull my weight as well. Let's crack on.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in the entrance hall today. It's Monday. I'll just explain to you quickly where we're up to, if you like. So we've got one of the walls completed right through. And we're starting to do the end pieces now, or the end sections, if you like. If you're wondering why this big ladder's here as well, it's because if you remember where we done the little sort of box piece section, if you like. Obviously down below that is the entrance to the cellar. So what we've been able to do with the rest of the room is use the lift to get up to fix all the top stud timbers, if you like, against the wall. But obviously here we can't get the hoist in here, so we've had to use a ladder, which is a bit awkward, but I mean it is what it is. We can't odds that. We're certainly not going to drive that hoist, if you like, over that, because I mean that thing probably weighs a ton at least. It's a really heavy piece of machinery, and we certainly don't want to lose it down the cellar because we never get it back out. So that's why we've had the ladder here. So as I say, we're on the corner pieces now. We've started to do bare round this side here. So as you can see, we've started to put that section in. And that section then, what I'm going to get Yanis to do in a minute is probably go up there and put the noggins in up the top. So there's 1, 2, there's another few more to go in up there. So what we do is as well, how do we fix these against the wall? Just for you viewers that don't understand, if you like. We'll find where we want it to start with. Imagine this is anywhere across the wall, and then we'll stick a level on there. I mean, that's pretty good. So that will want to come out. We're trying to get them, level, because we don't want them all wonky. I mean, although half the building's wonky, at least what we're trying to do, we want to get reasonably level. It just makes things, easier, if you like. So if Alex shows around, you'll see the bubble on there, what we're looking at, which is that little piece there. And we're trying to get the bubble between the two lines, which then means that that's, level, if you like, not level, but parallel. So we've got a straight straight line going up. Just makes it easier if you work like that rather than just guessing it and they're all over the place. What we do is, with these studs as well, is we pre-drill them out with a wood bit. So we'll go through this, you know, about 6 places all the way along there. So that then we can, you know, rather than try and drill this and then drill another one, we drill all the holes in there first of all. So I'll get Yanis to do that bit, which is, you know, he just drills a hole through there. And then we put it against the wall, and then we'll go through that hole that we've provisionally made, straight through with a masonry drill bit. And that's going to go into the masonry, into the concrete, through that hole. And then we know where our hole is then, and we can move that one out of the way, place our rule plug in the hole, and then we'll fix that one to the wall. And then what we'll do is just run the drill, the masonry drill bit straight through the timber into the wall, put a rule plug in there, tap the rule plug right the way through into the wall, then put the screw in, and then the screw will pull down tight against the timber. The walls are not exactly straight, you know, they're like this, so we're having to pull the timber into the wall, if you like, to get a nice solid fix in. And then we'll put the noggins in afterwards, and then the insulation. It's a shame in some ways that we can't get any further at the moment because we're waiting for Duncan to come back, Duncan the electrician, because he needs to do his first fix with all the wires for the plug sockets and the light switches and all that. Once he's come back and he's done that, then we can put the insulation in, and then we can plasterboard over the top. Obviously we can't do that until he's done that for obvious reasons. So this is where we're up to at the moment. So I'm going to get Yanis to put the holes in the timber, and then I'll show you how we fix it to the wall. Right, so now Yanis has drilled that out for me now. So what we do now is up against the wall, make sure we're level. So what Yanis has passed me the drill and we're still on hammer, so we won't get very far drilling with that, so change that. What I mean by hammer is, on this drill, if you can see, we've got a hammer drill, which is a little drill bit and a hammer. Then you've got a hammer, which if I pull the trigger, you'll see now it spins. If we had it on hammer still, this is where you change it to like a Kango mode. So what it's doing, it's bouncing up and down rather than spinning. So we want it on there. We go straight through the hole that Yanis just drilled in there for me. We run out of battery. I knew that was going to happen. Did you hear that? I don't know if you heard how slow the drill was going then, but it's because the batteries ran out. So, we just about made that one, so we'll just lean that over that way. And then Yanis will put a couple of raw plugs in there. Tap that out. Yep, put 2 in, we tap that one down. We're putting double raw plugs in as well. We're not actually hammering the screws in the wall. What we're actually doing is hammering the raw plug, if you like, through the timber. So we put the rawl plug in the timber, then put the screw on top, and then when you hammer the screw, it hammers the rawl plug into the wall behind. That way, you know, we know exactly where it is because we've drilled the hole. So now we've got that stage done. Now we'll put the screw in the wall, yeah, in there. Okay, good. It kicked it round just slightly, didn't it? If you notice, then when Yanis pulled that up, it kicked the timber over. So what we'll do is we'll put a noggin in across here at the correct distance, or the correct height which we want. That'll hold that square, and then we'll tighten that one up. Because what it's doing is kicking the timber over because the walls are out. So we'll just cut a noggin to go in here, or 550 mil, if you like. So we'll get Yanis to cut that for me. Yanis? Yanis has gone, everybody. God knows where he is. He found him asleep this morning. 55. Oh, he was getting some timber for me. We'll forgive him. Right, so we've found our level. We want these, you know, pretty much level. What we've done is we've set these at the height of the plasterboard as well. So if you notice the noggins that run along there, they'll be set at 120 mil to the centre from the floor, which means when we put a sheet of plasterboard up there, the plasterboard will sit in the middle of these. That way, when we put the next sheet of plasterboard on there, that will sit in the middle of that as well. So we get fixings for the plasterboard, you know, through here. Otherwise they'd bend, you know, in the joint. We scrap that idea. It's okay, it's Monday morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm totally messing things up here. What we want is another one on here. Another timber, Yanis? Another blanche? Grand blanche, yes. Is that a nice straight one, is it?
It's a good.
Good one, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Nice.
Good. You've got the drill. So we'll fix this one to this other stud, and then I'll recut that noggin that goes in there. I was getting a bit ahead of myself there, so. It's complicated enough as it is without being filmed as well. I'll just explain to the viewers as well why we're putting the stud work up. Because we've got a lot of wires and plumbing and other various pieces going in the stud work, if we didn't put the stud work up, in order to get all the wires in there, we'd be here for a month of Sundays trying to chase out all the wall. If it was a conventional wall, you know, made of lightweight blocks, it wouldn't be such a problem. But if you know, these walls behind this render, if you like, it's like solid granite stones, what they used. And it'll be an absolute nightmare to try and get through into that. So, you know, although Billy wants to add insulation as well into the walls also, so it's just going to make life simple. Rather than, I know some people have asked, why don't you just plaster over the walls? That, you know, that's probably one of the main reasons, so we can hide all the wires in there. Because, you know, the wires, or the small amount of wires and lighting that was in here before, was bare minimal. I don't think there was a plug socket in here. I think there was just one light and one light switch, which was surface mounted. It went round here, I don't know, you might be able to see just above the stud work there. It come along and then down the wall, and this is where the light switch was, you know, just here. And that's about, you know, that's about all it had in here. But obviously now we're sort of modernising it, if you like, bringing it more to modern standards, and, you know, availability for plugs and what have you, if we, you know, do need to clean and have lamps and what have you in here. Then, you know, this is why, as I say, you know, this is why we're putting the stud work up. So we get back over here, we'll put a few more fixings in here. What I'll do is, what we've been doing really is fixing the bottom section and then when this is kind of like finished, then Yanis has been coming in on the hoist and then going up and fixing all the top. As long as we've got it straight with a good few fixings in, you know, here in the bottom, it's not really going to move all about all over the place, because obviously, you know, we've got a good fixing there, fixing up here, and it you know, it can't move, if you like. Okay, now we'll recut the noggin. I'll make a mark on that. Just there, Jan, okay? Good lad. Let's see. Okay, nice. So this now should fit in there. As it does, nice and square. Nice, and then in there. Dead?
Dead, yeah.
So this is what I was saying. So we'll put a rule plug in there, and then we'll use the screw to tap the rule plug into the wall. And we'll take that one out, put another one in, and tap that into the wall. You see, I don't know if you heard the difference in the sound, but now that's solid in there. And now that will give us a nice good fix. See, strong. What I've also got to do as well is put another little piece, you know, in here. This really is this side. I'll show you in a minute. But what it is to pick the plasterboard up, because at the moment when the plasterboard comes along, it'll hit this and there's nothing to fix against. So we'll put another piece in there. So just to really pick the plasterboard up. Okay, right, Yanis, just cut that next piece for me in here. Is that right, is it? That might be a slight problem there, Yanis. What did you measure it at? He's laughing, bless him. You've done 600 nearly. Yeah. You've done 59.5, so we're 49.5, wouldn't we? Yeah, 49.5, yeah. Let's mark it on there for you. Got your pencil? 49.5. That's okay, mate. That's okay, mate. Alex is sneezing. He's got a cold.
Let's see, Alice.
Okay, let me try this one. That's a bit better, mate, isn't it? Better? Okay. Also, you'll notice when we're like this in the corner or whatever, we can't get a screw that side through it. So we're spiking the screws, if you like, at an angle through into the timber to pick the timber up. It's the only way you can really do it. Apart from putting a little bracket on there, but this is just as strong. And we'll be there forever putting brackets on, so. you can see we're going in at an angle, so it's going through this timber at an angle and then picking up that timber, which makes it, you know, nice and strong. Just like that, if you see. Got Yanis to cut another piece for me. This is going to go in here, like I said, to pick the board up. So what it will do is sit on there, and we'll fix it in there, like so. That way, when the board comes along this wall, we've got a fix in, and also when the board comes along that way, we've got a fix in. It doesn't have to be this, it's just that we've got, you know, loads of offcuts of this, so we might as well use them. And we could use a piece of batter, and it's only to pick the plasterboard up. Good, and one down here. And that's all we need, you know, it's not a structural piece there, it's really to pick the plasterboard up. That's all it's for in there. So we'll get another piece in there. Yanis has been up and he's fixed this, this up right here, which is the corner one, and that one on the left. So we'll give Yanis another measurement here. So it's 115, okay, yeah. 115. And then we'll fix this bit in. Then it just means going back up on the hoist and fixing the noggins in, and the same there. And then this corner will be done ready for insulation.
You're about to see a rare sight on this channel. I am going to get my hands dirty because Billy's coming back, and I don't want him to think I've been lounging about doing nothing. Have I? I don't know. It's subjective. Alex says no. Thanks a lot. So what we're going to do is get the lawnmower out the shed, cut this grass, so Billy will be pleased. Let's go. I am pooped. I've left a nice flower for Billy there. I think it's a great feature to add to the convent. Anyway, that's enough hard work from me for today. I'm going to leave you now, and my reign as presenter on this channel here is now over. Thanks so much for watching. Next video coming tomorrow with Billy. Bye for now.